you who have just joined us. We're just doing a very quick chair yoga exercise for you to do at your desk at any time today. And today we're focusing on our upper body. Tomorrow will be our lower body. And then on Friday we'll put it all together for a really killer desk chair yoga exercise. So the first thing that we're going to do is warm up our spine. So come to sit in your chair with your back flat. You'll have your feet hips width distance, and you'll place your hands on the tops of your thighs. And if you've done yoga before, we're going to do cat-cow, but modified for the chair. So when you breathe in, broaden your chest and look up to the sky. And on your exhale, you're going to push forward on your thighs. You're going to curve your back and tuck your chin towards your chest. So breathe in, curve your spine, look up, and exhale. Curve your spine the other way and tuck your chin towards your chest. Now when you're doing this, what you want to focus on breathing in is broadening up here and bringing the curve to your upper back and then lifting your chin. And when you're exhaling, where you want to focus on curving your back is your low back. So scoop your belly, get those abs working, and scoop. So we'll do a couple more of these. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, now that your spine is loosened up, even if you just did this, it's okay if you keep laughing. It feels silly sometimes. Just stick with it. So even if you just do this and then you got back to work, that would be a really great thing. Your spine will thank you. If you want to continue, keep your feet on the ground, your legs hip width distance apart, and then raise both your arms up into the sky in an inhale. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and stretch over to the right hand side. We're going to stretch out your side body. And just breathe in and out. Breathe into where you feel the tightness. If you've never done yoga, that's okay. If you join me right now, you're doing it. If you play it later at work, you're doing it. So on your next exhale, come back up to the center. Take your right wrist in your left hand, and now bend over to the left hand side. And again, just breathe into any tightness that you feel here in your side body. You might feel it up here in your shoulders. You might feel it down by your ribs. You might feel it in both places. Just breathe into it. And then on your next exhale, come up to the center and lower your hands. Great. So now we've exercised our back body. We've exercised our side body. We're going to next accentuate the curve that we do when we're typing at our desk. And we're going to do that with Garudasana arms. So in order to make Garudasana arms, that's the twisty arms. I'll walk you through it. Bring your hands out to a T. Sweep your right arm underneath your left and cross the front of your body. Bend both of your elbows. And if you just want to stay this way, this is called the single wrap, you can put the backs of your hands facing each other. If you want to go for a full wrap, if you're feeling loose in your shoulders and you feel like you can go deeper, you'll bring your palms to touch instead. And see how we went from a single wrap to a double wrap. Now the palms are touching. So now that you're here, I'm going to turn a little bit. You're going to breathe in, and on your exhale, extend your elbows forward as far as you can. I got a little crack in, and then tilt up. Just feel that stretch in your shoulders. On your next exhale, come back down to center. I like to twist it to both sides too. Get a little looseness in your upper body. And then to complete it, you can fold down towards your thighs. And breathe here for a couple breaths. And then on your next exhale, come up to center and release your arms. Now, one of our yoga things for someone who hasn't done yoga before is to make sure you do the same thing on both sides to maintain evenness. So we'll do the same, but with our left arm under our right. So bring your arms out to the side. So left arm under the right. And again, if you want to do a single wrap, you'll bend your arms and just bring the backs of your hands to touch. If you feel like you can go deeper, you can do a double wrap, and that'll just bring your palms to touch each other. So breathe in. And on your exhale, extend your elbows forward as far as they can go. And we're focusing on stretching our upper back between our shoulders. So breathe into that area. Your next exhale, tilt up as high as you can go. Breathe here for one breath. And on your next exhale, come down to your thighs and breathe here for one breath. On your next exhale, come back to the center. Let's just do a little side to side. It feels nice to stretch it out. Come back to center and place your palms back on your thighs. So we just finished getting warmed up in our side body, our back body. We loosened up our shoulders. Now we want to stretch them out. What we really want is to reverse this action that we're doing all day, typing at our computer. And we want to broaden our chest. And there's a really easy way to do it, and using our chair can help an awful lot. So if you have a low back chair, as I'm sitting in, what you can do is clasp your hands behind your back and rest them on the top of the back of the chair. You can see how it automatically is broadening your chest. And then just lean forward as much as you can. And breathe into your upper chest. If you have a high back chair and you can't loop your hands over the top of it, no problem. Just sit forward in your chair a little bit. Take your hands, and this time just bring them to the outside or the sides of the chair. And then you can do the same thing, lean forward. But either way, you're focusing on stretching out these muscles here in your pecs. So just breathe into them for a couple breaths. And then on your next exhale, come back to sit. Great. So now we're feeling really loose, back body, side body. We've gone this way with our shoulders. We've gone this way with our shoulders. What's important now to do, now that we're warmed up, is to do a little work in order to get some muscle toning in there, to train our muscles to be strong exactly where we want them to be. So for that, what you'll do when you're at your desk, or if you're at a chair right now, is you'll stand up. You can push in your chair so that it's pressed up against your desk, and you're going to want to make sure you do that because you want the chair firm and sturdy. We don't want it rolling around because we'll fall. So push in your chair, make sure it's nice and sturdy. Hopefully you have some room behind you. Place both of your hands on the back of the chair at about shoulder width distance, if possible. Come to stand back behind the chair. I'd say maybe 3 feet to start, depending on what size you are. You might have to adjust. And you're going to come into down dog. This is a modified down dog, but it's still going to feel like a down dog if you've done it before. So you'll stick your booty out and drop your chest towards your thighs. And you're going to feel a stretch here in your arms. You'll stretch out this part of your arms, and you're going to want to bring your shoulder blades together towards each other on your back. So that's the feeling that we're going for. And with our booty sticking out, we're going to be feeling some stretching here in our back. It's going to be elongating our back, which feels really lovely too. So stretch here, breathe here for a little bit. Okay, so that's the first position. We're going to be doing Surya Namaskar. So that's the down dog. Then you're going to breathe in and roll out to a modified plank. So you'll be on your tippy toes once you roll out, And you're going to have your shoulders over your wrists. You're going to want your back to be as straight as possible. And then you're going to wrap your shoulders back and just have a really strong arms here. Breathe here for a second. Next, you're going to come down into a half push-up position. And then you're going to roll forward and stick out your chest, broaden your chest. And last, you'll come back to down dog. So, down dog, and we're going to link this with a breath now. So breathe in and come out to plank. Exhale, half push-up position. Inhale, straighten your arms, broaden your chest. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, out to plank. Exhale, half push-up position. Inhale, broaden your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can do that a few more times as you will. You'll definitely start feeling it here. I'm feeling a little warmth myself. So that's it. To recap, what we just did was a little bit of warming up of our back body through some cat-cow in the chair. Then we did some side stretching to stretch out our sides. Then we did some Garudasana arms. It hurts your legs. What part hurts your legs? The side stretching? Let me know. So next we did some Garudasana arms. So we twisted up and we stretched here and here. And then last we did some broadening of our chest to make sure that we're not hunching too much. Then we came to the back of our chair and we did some down dog. And it sounds like it's hurting somebody's legs. So I wonder, you know, if you're feeling the pain here in the backs of your legs and your hamstrings, that's okay. A little bit is okay for sure. If it feels like you're stretching them out, if it feels like though some like real pain, bend your knees a little. It'll help. You don't want them too straight. The focus is not on your legs here. The focus is on getting your arms as high and as back as you can to really get some stretching motion. So if you need to bend your legs, no problem. Absolutely fine. So back here we did a modified Surya Namaskar, which is what we do in Vinyasa class to warm up. So we started in a down dog. We rolled out the plank. We came down for a half push-up. We came for an up dog, broadening our chest, and then back to down dog. So that's our morning routine. This is for our upper body. Tune in tomorrow to do some lower body work, and again on Friday when we loop it all together. Don't forget that you can watch it here live. You can also just tune in at any time during the workday if you want to be guided through a little workout. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Instagram at Yoga Garuda NYC. It's YOGA GARUDA NYC. Come follow me, and it'd be really great to see you guys there. You can also visit me on my website. It's yogagaruda.com. I'd love to see you there. Also, we have a newsletter that I send out just about every 2 weeks with lots of tips and information and cool events that are happening in New York City and others. So yeah, please join the community. Take care.